Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Asma Husna Matirusri. My metric number is 1182056. So for today, I would like to present about Ken analysis for Ken Holdings Berhad. Before we move to the Ken analysis, I would like to give a brief explanation regarding Ken itself. Ken is actually a combination of fundamental and technical analysis. It consists of several main criteria that we must know well before we enter in any trade activities or investment activities. So whenever we apply this Ken analysis, actually we are trying to minimize and avoid risk of losses that might happen. So this is the outline for my presentation. So the first criteria is the current earning. So for Ken Holdings Berhad, the current earning is increasing from 1.8 million to 2.9 million in its first quarter of 2021. If we refer to figure 1, it shows the positive movement in terms of its revenue since its increase from the previous financial year. So from this analysis, we can say that this company is in a good condition. Next, the annual gross earning. For Ken Holdings, if we refer to figure 2, it indicates inconsistent movement, so it is not a good sign to invest in. A good stock supposedly have an uptrend movement at least for the past 5 years from the financial year. Next, news is also useful for investors to see what is really happening in its stock. For example, this is the news for Ken Holdings Berhad. From the title, this news is all about the encouragement for Ken Holdings to lower its price to earning ratio. This is a good suggestion as many investors like to invest in shares with a lower price to earning ratio. The fourth acronym is supply and demand. So for Ken Holdings, the volume traded is around 12,500 units per day with an average volume of 184,300 units. This data indicates that the demand is still there. As we know, when there is more demand, so the more profit it will be. Next, leader and laggard. If we look on figure 4, it indicates share price movement for Ken Holdings and its competitor, LBI Capital Berhad. So from the graph, the share price for Ken Holdings seems to be lower if compared to LBI Capital Berhad. So from this scenario, we can say that Ken Holdings is actually a laggard, while the LBI Capital Berhad is the leader. Next, institutional investor. In Ken analysis, the company will be more successful if they have more institutional investors. So for Ken Holdings, this company have more than 50% of institutional investors. The last criteria is market direction. Figure 5 shows the market direction for Ken Holdings Berhad. As you can see from the graph, this company is actually in a corrective phase. So in Ken analysis, we are advised to buy stocks during its strong uptrend movement to avoid any possibilities of losses. Conclusion, after we do Ken analysis, the result shows that this company is actually in a poor performance. If we refer to the weighted value, the value is only 0.4 out of 1. So for a newbie investor, they are advised to find another company with a better performance. I think that's all for today. Thank you for listening. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.